Now, Ukraine is once again under intense Russian aerial attacks. Kyiv and its surrounding regions were hit overnight by hundreds of drones and dozens of missiles. The strikes have sparked fires and damaged logistics and energy infrastructure. As the human cost mounts, President Volodymyr Zelensky said that the United States is now setting a June deadline for Russia and Ukraine to reach a deal. Now, here's the latest details in our next report.
Russia has launched another major wave of airstrikes against Ukraine, targeting the Kyiv region and critical energy infrastructure across the country. Ukrainian emergency services say a drone strike triggered a large fire at a warehouse complex in Yahotin, about 100 kilometers from the capital. Firefighters worked through the night to contain the blaze, as damage was also reported at a logistics center in the region. President Volodymyr Zelensky said the overnight assault involved more than 400 drones and around 40 missiles of various types. The main targets were the power grid, generation facilities and key distribution substations. For ordinary Ukrainians, the impact is immediate and brutal. In Kyiv, residents once again took shelter underground in metro stations, waiting for hours as sirens sounded above.
When the Europeans and the Americans grasp just a tiny bit of our reality, maybe just power cuts during freezing cold, maybe then they will understand how we survive here. They shouldn't get bombed. No Shaheds, nothing. Just this tiny bit. Power cuts during freezing cold.
Energy officials say the damage to Kyiv's heat and power system is severe. Major combined heat and power plants, including thermal power plant 6 and the Dnipro facility, have been heavily hit, slashing the city's ability to produce both electricity and heat. As a result, Kyiv may receive only 4 to 6 hours of electricity per day through February, with stricter blackout schedules now in place. Ukrainian grid operators say high-voltage substations were also targeted, forcing nuclear power plants to cut output and deepening the national power deficit. All of this is unfolding as diplomatic pressure builds. Zelensky has said the US has given Ukraine and Russia a June deadline to reach a deal to end the war. It's a timeline he says the Trump administration is expected to push hard on. The next round of trilateral talks could take place as early as next week, possibly in Miami.
We had very good talks today having to do with Russia, Ukraine. Something could be happening.
But the core issues remain unresolved, especially the future of the Donbas region, where Russia is demanding a Ukrainian withdrawal. It's a condition Kyiv says it will never accept. Zelensky also expressed doubts over a US idea to turn Donbas into a free economic zone as a possible compromise, saying there is no shared view on whether such a plan could work. For now, Ukraine enters another bitter winter week with its cities under fire and its power system under strain, as the war grinds on with no clear end in sight. Bureau Report, WION World is One.